And hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac, coming back at you with another non-sleepy episode of Pokemon Platinum. And guys, I gotta tell you what, I had the craziest dream last night. I dreamt that here in Canalave City, Eldritch's son, the sailor, his son was sick and dying in an eternal nightmare, and we got into the Harbor Inn, and this creepy guy put us to bed, and then we had to fight, the physical manifestation of nightmares. But that's crazy, and I'll tell you what, after a night of tossing and turning without getting a solid rest, we really got to go to the convenience store and grab ourselves an energy drink. So let's go ahead and do that. And why is he here? Will he not stop tormenting me with gifts? All right, so let's go talk to the courier one more time. Good day. You must be Jake. Yeah, buddy, we've met like 2 or 3 times already before. Of course, I am him. All right. I've received a gift for you. Here you go. And once again, under dubious circumstances, we get a gift. This time it is Oak's letter, which I fail to see how that's a gift. I think that's just mail. Buddy, you're a mailman. That's what. Alrighty. But anywho, since we completed the Sinnoh region Pokedex and we went to Professor Rowan to show him our progress, we did in fact meet Professor Oak, in Rowan's lab. So it's very interesting that we should receive a letter from him now. I mean, I guess it would make sense though. He's like, oh, and I remember that, the young upstart that Rowan was, exploiting, and I got to get in on some of that. All right, so a letter from Prof. Oak. Written in it is a request for you to go to Route 224. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, where the heck is Route 224? I'm glad you asked. Once again, the town map coming in absolute clutch, and really, not living up to what I said it was going to be. Like I thought we just weren't going to use it, but this is like the 4th or 5th time. So, you're familiar with the Pokemon League, right? Yeah, of course you are. We totally mopped the floor of this place. However, you may have noticed there is, in fact, a route beyond the Pokemon League. And I'll tell you what, since I was but a wee lad, I've always been fascinated by this type of stuff, because... in the early days of the internet, people would talk about, what's, in Bill's, behind Bill's house, and that there were secrets to getting there, and, what's under the truck in, Vermilion City, like, all these sorts of crazy things. And now we finally have a generation where we can actually go somewhere, like, behind the scenes almost, like, feels like a cursed area, like you're not really supposed to be there, but, that's part of the thrill, I must say. So before we do, though, we are going to throw up a rappel up, because we are not falling for that again. And we are going to, in fact, head on down the waterfall and back into Victory Road. Now, we've already seen the quote-unquote entrance to Route 224 in a previous episode. There was if you recall, there was a rotund gentleman guarding it. So yeah, we are going back to that spot, which is definitely towards the end of Victory Road. And ooh, I'm telling you, that is just some menacing music right there. And as you can see, that rotund gentleman who was blocking our path is in fact gone, and we now have free reign to enter the area beyond the beyond. All right, and am I going? I don't think I'm going up there. Am I? No, I'm coming around here. Haha! See, they tried to trick you, but we're too smart for that, aren't we? I say as I bump into every conceivable wall. All right, so coming right through here, thank you for that little title screen up in the upper left corner. We are in fact still on Victory Road, but we are in a part of Victory Road that we have never seen before. And come on, there's got to be an item around here somewhere. They just teasing me? Okay. Yeah, we're never using our dowsing machine. That takes way too much time. Of course it was gonna... I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're back, guys. I went back as fast as I could, and I went and got sucker. Alright, because apparently we have to have 2 HM slaves to get anywhere in this stupid game. All right, so we are back, and we did have to go get Sucka. Of course, we, unfortunately for Warbeak, Sucka's a really good replacement for Warbeak, since Sucka can also use, fly alongside of Defog, and that's also on top of, already replacing Dawn Zalug with, my goodness, wrong button. How many times have I done that already? Replacing Dawn Zalug with Hubris, at least for the time being, because can't go anywhere without HMs in this game, apparently. Really, honestly glad they decided to change that up in later generations. But with that, finally, my goodness, we had to, clear up the situation a little bit, and we see in front of us, Gothatel? What?
I'm Marley. You are? Oh, Jake, will you help me, please?
Well, being the good person that we are, yes, I suppose we will help poor little Marley out here.
I want to get through this tunnel. Will you let me go with you?
Yes, and so, yeah, we do decide to go with Marley. That's right, Marley is our very next partner.
Pokemon shouldn't be hurt. I'll heal them.
So we've got a walking, talking Pokemon Center and a Gothatel at the same time, I suppose. And Marley, don't you worry, you are in good hands, because honestly, this cave, while it may look winding and kind of crazy and maze-like, that's okay, because literally all we have to do is surf, and that makes this, go super smoothly. And surf can't be used if you have someone with you. Why did you curse me with this plague?
You're very chat.
What? Excuse the heck out of me. My bad. Okay, fine. We'll just wander through here in silence. Oh, and my repel war's off. Could this day get any worse? I'll tell you what. All right, so we're going to throw up another repel up, and then throw up because Marley here doesn't want to talk to us. I know, I'm just a little upset, that, the girl we picked up here in Victory Road does not seem to care a thing about us. And as you can tell, just like before with our other partners, all the battles suddenly become double battles, which is dope for training, so we will take full advantage of this. And what do you have to say?
When trainers lock eyes. That's right, it's time to let their Pokemon go wild.
All right, so Mon's gone wild, as it were.
I will win. I am sure of it. Therefore, you will lose.
Ah, yes. I'm glad she phrased that like a, philosophy, like a philosophy statement where it's like, oh, because I win, therefore you lose. Real deep there. Was it Micah? No, Brandy. Real deep there, Brandy. All right, and as you can admit, Marley really just does not, she got the look of apathy on her face. That's right, guys, it is the original Pokemon Goth Girl. And Metang is, suppressing the Intimidate, which is very unfortunate, in a Marowak, which, funny enough, you might be looking at these Pokemon and thinking to yourself, now hang on a minute, I ain't never seen these Pokemon before, and that is because, yes, once again, because we got the National Dex, we're going to be open up to a huge variety of new Pokemon. We're just going to be bumping into new Mons, like, all the time now, so, I mean, I guess I'll just kind of briefly go over some of the ones that I think are, unique or worthwhile. Honestly, I think probably our Marley, wrong Goth Girl. Marley, I believe, is going to go for that Metang, so we will go ahead and see if we can't dispatch with this Marowak, who's on the left here, and, oh, Arcanine's just going to use Helping Hand, which I guess is okay. Honestly, I believe Marowak's the biggest threat because we have two fire types out right now. So yeah, Marowak, you know her, you love her, you've seen her orphaned children all over the place since Gen 1. This is gonna hurt like nobody's business. Marowak, solid ground type Pokemon, a little bit on the slow side. Oh, thank goodness, I thought that was going for Zuko there, and I was going to be very upset. A little bit on the slow side, but pretty powerful and defensive. Metang, absolute beast of a Pokemon. If you played, any of the Gen 3, you know this Mon, you love this Mon. Absolutely cannot recommend this thing enough. It is the Steel Psychic type Pokemon, which, this generation was kind of dominated by, another one, Bronzong, but, I mean, here it is in the... Maybe not the flesh, but here it is in the metal plating. Metang. It evolves into Metagross. I believe there should be a Metagross already at this point, but that's neither here nor there based on the level. But phenomenal Pokemon. If you can snag yourself one of these, you are going to have in easy time. All right, but with that, we have taken down both of our foes. Marnie was actually smart enough to, use extreme speed, which was nice. And, Prigo! That's right, it is Ludicolo, one of my personal favorite Pokemon. A great holdover from the Pokemon Coliseum series. Thank you very much, Marley. I appreciate that. You helping Zuko out. It is water grass type, which is a phenomenal typing. Honestly, I've used one in my previous Gen 3 playthroughs. Can't recommend it enough. Great Pokemon. Not as fast as you think it would be. I believe it gets Swift Swim, though, so if you want to set up a rain dance, that thing is going to be speedy quick. And also, look at that. How can you not love this big pineapple-looking doofy guy in front of us? Yeah, I don't understand it. I guess we should go over the other Pokemon that was here, but got taken out after one close combat because, Zuko is a Bowels. We're going to throw Maytag out here. Just because I think Maytag can handle this lickety-split. Let's use Shadow Ball just because we get the chance of lowering special attack. Kangaskhan, you've known it since Gen 1, and it got a big resurgence in Gen 6, but we're not there yet. We'll talk about that when we cross that bridge, which will be a while from now, I suppose. Kangaskhan, pure normal type Pokemon. Like most normal types, they are very solid Pokemon to make up for the fact that they, typically don't have any, strengths. They don't have any types that they're super effective against. But Kangaskhan, solid Pokemon. Not like the best. They're just way better normal types out there. Unless you're feeling nostalgic for the Safari Zone, I can't recommend that one to you. But with that, we have taken down Micah and Brandy. All right. Your Pokemon have a real peppy feel to them.
But this is impossible!
No! That's impossible! No! Yeah, what do you mean a real pet? Well, maybe our Pokemon have a peppy feel to them, but Marley does not have a peppy feel. So, once again, this would be much easier if we could surf, but Marley does make that impossible. We got to be careful here because we got to push these strength boulders out of the way. But yeah, Marley, the original Goth GF. There are some people probably may just have never seen her before, and also because they don't get to this section. Allow me to demonstrate how a true psychic conducts a battle. That took what? Why did it take so long for the text box to appear? Now we shall battle, and from it will emerge one loser. Actually, two, if you really think about it, because we're double battling. But yeah, look at her. There she is, just not caring, but she is healing us up, so I guess we can't be too upset about it. Sorry, Mr. Mime hit the screen and sent a chill down my spine. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, they come up and they say, hey, Jake, where on earth have all of the Goth GFs gone? And I respond to them with a question. I say, are you looking in the right caves? Because that if you didn't know, that is a Goth Girl's natural habitat, is deep dirt caves, I suppose. This is not a great situation for Zuko, so we're going to get out of there. We're also, once again, going to fall back onto Maytag because Maytag is too good. And, okay, so Shuppet using Sucker Punch, which I guess we should address the elephant or the unicorn in the room. Shuppet is a Pokemon we have not seen thus far, obviously. It is one of the National Dex Pokemon. Shuppet is a pure Ghost-type Pokemon, which, believe it or not, are kind of crazy hard to come by, funny enough. Using Sucker Punch, which is a great move. It's a priority move. If the opponent is going to be using an attacking move, Sucker Punch will, hit before it, and it's very powerful. It is a Dark-type move, though, so Shuppet can't utilize it. Also, how would it be punching? Where are its hands? Anyway, Shuppet, it's not a great Pokemon. I can't recommend it. There's just tons of better Ghost types out there, even pure Ghost types. Dusko Gang, where you at? Maytag always comes through. I don't even know why I doubt Maytag. I don't know why I even think Maytag's not going to pull through. Because Maytag has done nothing but carry us through this whole entire game. But, I love my team.
Did I get to show you anything?
Anything at all? All right, and watch your mouth. There are ladies present. All right, so we are moving right along, and ooh, items. And of course, we cannot override our temptation. Oh, they're making us choose, huh? Let's go for the top one first, just to see what it offers us. And it offers us a Dusk Stone, which would have been great much earlier in the game. Dusk Stone, again, if you got yourself like, oh, I don't know, maybe a Murkrow, that would be of interest to you. And then, oh man, because I don't want to pop out and leave Marley behind and have to like reset things. So we're going to come back for that later. That's just, that is my proclamation. Marley, I know how much you want that item, but we are coming back for it later, so shut up. All right. And I know, I'm sorry, I'm being a little mean to Marley, but Marley's being mean to me.
I train all of my gnarly Pokemon at the fighting dojo in Kanto.
Is that in another region? Well, I mean, Professor Oak was in here, so we already know the other regions exist. So it's not like a crossover or anything.
What it means to battle, its joys, its sorrows. I've experienced it all, the highest highs and the lowest lows. For there are only two things guaranteed in this life. Number one, it shall end, and number two, you shall suffer.
Okay, yeah, that took a real kind of dark turn. I'm sorry, Goth Girls get me emotional. All right, I don't know what to tell you guys. All right, and say hello to a couple of new new relative to this playthrough. These are some of the very OGs in front of us right now. The first one being Parasect, which I don't care. I don't care this thing learns Spore. I don't care like how much attack it has. Don't let anyone tell you Parasect is a good Pokemon. It is not. Regardless, Parasect is the bug grass type Pokemon, which makes it super weak to a lot of things. One notably being fire, and the other being flying. And it's just not as good as you would want it to be. So pass up the Parasect for other insects. There are great ones in Gen 4 that you could just be using. And the that little monkey swinging from the chandelier, that angry-looking monkey, Calm Mind, interesting. We're going to keep our old moves. So yeah, we're going to give up on Calm Mind. But not a bad move, though, and cool that Zuko can learn that. Speaking of Zuko, look at that. That angry monkey that was on the screen for about 2 seconds before Marley dispatched with it was Mankey. That's right, good old pork chop himself. Mankey is a pure fighting type Pokemon. It evolves into Primeape, and it is fast among the fighting type Pokemon, at least the original fighting type Pokemon. So, again, can't really recommend it. There are just better things to have. And my goodness, that is a Rhydon. We are going to be swapping out here. I have the perfect Nudie branch for the job. We are going to send out Autumn here because Autumn can absolutely decimate both an Infernape and a Rhydon. And hey, we just tried to learn that move. How about that? Which is actually really going to help this Infernape here. Because we're about to use Surf. Marley, you should have been nicer to me because I'm going to use this AoE move. And, well, it might not matter because this Rhydon might hurt Marley pretty bad. Oh, brutal. That wasn't even a crit. That was just super effective and stab. All right, and with that, Marley's just out of Pokemon, by the way. Oh, we're getting punished. For what? My goodness. Wow, we get the punishment in the cave with the Goth guy. We're not going to go down that route. But with Surf being a spread move, his power is going to be slightly diminished. Also, that Infernape had that Calm Mind up, so that's probably why it took it so dang well. But that Rhydon, oh, it wasn't going to take it at all. Rhydons, you know him, you'll love him. Aim for the horn with your electric-type moves. Oh, ooh, and a Magmar. Hey, keep them coming, man. Like, just keep throwing them out here. They're fodder in the face of Autumn. Yeah, so their special defenses are nothing spectacular, so that is why they're going to fall immensely. That is unfortunate because Magmar is faster. And yeah, confused, Ray. I'm confused at how nature could produce something that ugly. Oh, good. Autumn pulled through. I didn't want to have to yell at Autumn for that. Infernape, unfortunately, is probably going to survive this because of the 2 Calm Minds it has set up. And this Magmar, hopefully... Okay, it didn't take it, like, super well. But it took it better than I expected. Again, I kind of had my expectations set up by that ride on. That was a crit! Oh my gosh, Focus Blast! What the heck are you packing on this Magmar? My goodness, I'm getting more confused by the second. This Focus Blast is actually going to do some damage. Fortunately, though, it is not Stab. And speaking of Stab, Autumn is tearing through this team like a murderer. All right, goodbye Infernape and goodbye Magmar. Take your butt head out of here, quite literally. All right, and there should be one more left here. All right, Autumn just gaining a ton of experience. Machoke, all right, this should be easy work, even without Marley to assist us. Do I want to throw Sucker out here? I mean, it'd be cool. Nah, don't get me wrong, I love Sucker, and, I wanted to, jack him up a bit so that we could catch some of those roaming legendaries, but unfortunately, I don't want to waste, quote-unquote, waste experience when the rest of the team could be using this. Get predicted, Scrub. My goodness. I bet you feel stupid, don't you? Guys, I am on something today. I don't know. Marley just brings out the best and worst in me, I suppose. All right, but that did decent damage. I was expecting it to, well, I wasn't expecting it to Oko, but, Maytag is quickly catching up in levels here. We'll just finish it off with another Shadow Ball. It doesn't really matter. We're getting healed up after this battle anyway, so we can just spend PP with Wanton Abandon. All right. Another couple of experience points, and we defeated Eddie and Terrell. What the heck was that? Was that intentional? You saw that too, right? Like, that wasn't just... My goodness, to tack it on to another one of the Gen 4 glitches, I suppose. Like, oh my goodness, that was odd. It was also funny that the veteran Terrell was also talking about the more he suffers, so that's pretty funny. Speaking of suffering, we are going to move right along and hit our next battle. The sharp vision of my bird Pokemon. Oh, I have Zuko up front. And also it's flying Pokemon, not bird Pokemon. Will see through your weaknesses. And what do you have to say? Are you bird brain too? Learning how to manage tough Pokemon is the shortcut to getting tough. But, buddy, that's not even a shortcut. That's just dedicating your life to a, specified... a specific area. I did not know how to, say that. Oh, look at the Dratini. All right, so we are facing down some Pokemon. One Pokemon we have seen thus far, and another Pokemon we haven't. The one we have seen, Murkrow, gotta love him. We got a Dust Stone you could use. I understand that the pains of having a level 54 Murkrow because you just don't have a Dusk Stone in a timely manner. But we're gonna swap out to Tannenbaum here because I believe Tannenbaum has the tools to take down both dragons and burbs. But the star of the show, the highlight of this battle is this Dratini, or this Dratini, that we are looking at across from. Oh, look how cute it is. They did so good design. Oh, and so it's just going with Outrage. Okay. Not so cute anymore when it is going on a rampage here. But Dratini is the original Dragon-type Pokemon. That's right. Dratini is from Gen 1. Pure Dragon-type Pokemon, evolves into Dragonair, and then eventually evolves into Dragonite, which then loses its pure Dragon type in favor of being a Dragon Flying, which is convenient for anyone who is trying to, beat the Gen 1 Elite Four. Very inconvenient for anyone else who actually wants to use a Dragonite. However, that's not to say that Dragonite is not an absolute, Chad of a Pokemon. Dragonite's phenomenal. Great Pokemon. Monstrous stats. Even in this generation, Dragonite still is just top tier of Pokemon, so can't recommend it highly enough. If you can get yourself a Dratini, absolutely go for it. I guess that would be in any playthrough, because at this point, I mean, you probably got your team together and everything, and if you are getting, these rare Pokemon, it's more than likely in the PAL Park, so you've already, caught them before, so you already know how good they are. But I just cannot help recommending good Pokemon all the time. What a awkward segue here, going from good Pokemon to this thing. Ooh, a Yabite, nice. say hello to Xatu, the totem pole itself. Xatu, it is a Gen 2 Pokemon, one we haven't seen thus far. That is because it was unattainable in this game. And Xatu is a Psychic Flying type Pokemon, which is a very cool type. It's just Xatu is not good enough to utilize that good typing. And dang, I thought Tannenbaum was going to survive that. Unfort, everybody. I suppose we should bring out... Ooh, who should we bring out? It's a little bit tricksy, I see. Yeah, Maytag. That's just probably a good... Autumn? Nah, Maytag's probably our best bet. Because we can definitely get rid of this Xatu nice and easy, and then we can work on this Gabite problem together. Let's use a Thunderbolt. Both Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball will do massive damage against this Xatu. But as far as, like, you know, flying type Pokemon go, Xatu's definitely unique. I just can't recommend using it. Again, great typing, just doesn't have the stats to back it up. It is a little bit thick, not thick enough to withstand the onslaught from Maytag and Marley's Arcanine, you know, helping us out. And what are you doing? Get back up here, young man. Okay, that makes things a little more complicated. That Gabite is going underground, probably targeting Arcanine. It'd be hilarious if it wasn't targeting Arcanine because Maytag is unaffected by that. But yeah, we'll just burn a turn. We'll just, you know, use Confuse Ray. Thank you, Marley, for helping us use Confuse Ray. All right, dig. Okay, so it's going through, so obviously that Gabite is hitting the Arcanine. That is a stab dig from a Gabite. Oh, okay. Oh. I'm going to have to apologize to Marley after this battle. After her Arcanine held on for dear life. For dear life. Yeah, it still goes down. My bad to Hale. Ah, dang it. Now the Shadow Ball's probably not going to take it out in one shot because we don't have the helping hand of Marley's Arcanine. Ah, jeez. Look, I'm not saying she deserved it, but... I mean, come on, look at what we're dealing with. All right, that Dragon Rush did do quite a bit of damage, but it's not super concerning. Once again, just because, if for no other reason than we're getting healed after every battle, so what's it really matter? We're going to smack this Gabite with the Shadow Ball, wrap up this battle with the Bird Brain and the Dragon Tamer. All right. Oh, Bird Keeper Autumn! And Dragon Tamer Joe. Joe Mama, don't you have an Achilles heel? I lost, but how is this possible? Okay, the implication of Achilles heel implies that there was, like, an ancient Rome or Greece or, you know, something like that. So that's really weird. In the Pokemon universe, I should be specific. Coming down here, there's an item, right? There's something down here, right? What do we do? Oh, that's probably for getting, like, a shortcut for getting back. And again, just a nice place to surf. We could have surfed around all this, but no, we have to take our baggage with us. All right, I know I'm being awfully mean to Marley, but you know, goth girls, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, moving right along. To get myself out of explaining that statement I just had, let's get into a battle. A battle is a clash of willpower. The one who wants to win most will emerge the victor. That is untrue. Absolutely untrue. I like where your head's at, though. I see it. I see a victory for me. Maybe you should get your prescription checked because that is wildly incorrect. All right, DeAndre and Kendra. All right. Ooh, with some nifty Pokemon. Well, one nifty Pokemon and one kind of worthless Pokemon, if you ask me. Both ghost types, though, interestingly enough, these psychics. So we have, well, oh my goodness. Guys, I must not have gotten enough sleep last night. Darkrai must have been haunting my dreams because I am not on top of things today. Chimecho is a psychic type Pokemon, not a ghost type Pokemon. So we're going to take that out because to me, that seems like the most imminent threat, even though Chimecho is not exactly a, threatening Pokemon. But it does have psychic type moves, stab psychic type moves, which Zuko does not appreciate. He probably appreciates that less than he appreciates, like a Shadow Punch or something from a Dusknoir. Even though, Dusknoirs are pretty scary, if you ask me. Look at that. How is that not intimidating? All right, and ooh, Oh, all right, Gengar. Gengar, you know him, you love him. We talked about him all the way back at the old chateau, funny enough. Gengar, phenomenal ghost-type Pokemon. Honestly, that Shadow Punch didn't do anything, so I'm more worried about the Gengar. So we're just going to Flamethrower it. Gengar, poison ghost-type Pokemon. Again, pure ghost types are hard to come by. You know, I say as a Dusknoir is standing right there. But super fast, super great special attack. Great against just a myriad of different type Pokemon. Your basic definition of glass cannon, as you can see, we took that thing down in one shot from Zuko, again with the assistance of Marley. Only to be followed up by the absolutely less exciting Haunter. My goodness. Same deal as Gengar, just a little bit less cool than Gengar, I suppose. But yeah, Gengar, can't recommend it enough if you want to pick one up. And you don't have your own, you know, Maytag. Go with Gengar, why not? All right. And after taking out the other team in its entirety, nice flip. Marley, maybe I was a little too harsh on you. Like, she's been here assisting us, letting us, you know, knock things out in one hit. She got the flinch on the Dusknoir. She heals us after every battle. Maybe Marley's not that bad. You know what? I think after this battle, we're going to talk to her and see if, you know, we can make amends. You know, apologize for our rude behavior, I suppose. All right, one last Flamethrower to finish this out. Both of our priorities, Mach Punch and Extreme Speed, do not affect this behemoth, so we should not be using those. But with that, Zuko growing to level 54. Not bad at all. But I thought I could win!
The future is different! Why?
Because I am here. Because I changed the future. And I want to change the future with Marley. So Marley, I apologize for being a jerk. You just... my brain short circuits when I see goth girls, you know, and we were just in a cave and, you know.
The Pokemon among flowers.
Okay, so she's also not all there. Good to know, good to know. There's like a whole maze over here that I would love to explore and probably get a decent item at, but we're stuck here with Marley talking about flowers and Among Us for some reason. But with that, we are about to... embark on another battle. That guy looks like he's got fighting type Pokemon, so we're gonna throw Maytag up front here. Just to, you know, mix it up. Zuko's getting up there in levels. We gotta, you know, share the experience, share the love.
Judo Chop Pokemon Battle.
All right, I kinda like that. I gotta introduce myself more that way.
I'll wheel out some wicked Pokemon and even wickeder moves.
Is wickeder a word? Wickeder. I don't like how that comes out of my mouth. Wickeder. No, wickeder. All right, black belt Willie. Oh, man. Ah! I should have had Zuko up front. He's perfect for this battle, but... Willie. My goodness. Okay, I'm not lying, fellas. I want to switch in. Like, sorry, Maytag. I appreciate everything you were about to do, but my goodness. We're going to throw Zuko out here because this is just Zuko's wheelhouse. I'll tell you what, this fortress is, which I guess we should go over because we haven't seen before. Heracross, old news. We all know about Heracross. But Fortress is a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far, introduced in Gen 2. The evolved form of Pineco. Yeah, you heard me right, Pineco. And it is the Steel Bug type Pokemon. Now, you may be thinking, well, there's already another Steel Bug type Pokemon that I really, really like, and its name is Scizor. And I would say you are 100% correct. You should just stick with your Scizor because Fortress is not the best of options. Fortress, again, the Bug subtyping, or the Steel subtyping, whichever way you look at it, just lends itself to more weaknesses than benefits at, you know, a certain point. And while Scizor is definitely the more offensive, Fortress is trying to be more defensive, but it's just so weak to, you know, a big conglomerate of different things that it's just not worth it. And, oh, flex on him. Hello, Machamp. And, of course, Gyarados. You know, we've seen both of these before. Both Gen 1 OGs, or OTs, well, I guess OPs, as it were. Huh. OG, so original gangsta. OT, original trainer. Or OP's original Pokemon. But the problem with that is that OP also means overpowered. So it doesn't exactly work. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. That was just a little insight into how the inner machinations of my mind, how my genius intellect and thought processes work. And scary face. I don't want to be slow. I swear, if this Gyarados has like Crunch or something stupid on it, I'm just gonna lose it. Nope, just got Aqua Tail. Okay, it's gonna hurt because it's a Gyarados, but I mean, Maytag can tank these all day. Kind of wishing for that water subtyping every once in a while. But once you get a Stab Thunderbolt off, you're like, okay, maybe the water subtype. Well, I guess Rotom Wash is water electric, so it would be like Stab Shadow Ball that you'd be missing out on. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, that's gonna be an issue. Maytag's probably gonna go down here. Jeez, that Machamp is pretty fast. We're going to see if we can't Hydro Pump here. That Machamp has been slowing us down quite a bit, but I don't know if we're slower than a... Okay, we're slower than a Hippowdon. I was hoping, against hope, that maybe we'd be able to outspeed, the Hippowdon and be able to get, Hydro Pump off and maybe take this thing down. But with that, it is a Sandstorm, but we have a Pokemon who does not care about sandstorms, and that is good old Autumn, who is ready to go. And we are going to Surf. Lame. All right, so it's going to be protected itself, which is the smart move, to be honest. It knew it was coming, so that was pretty wise. We are going to get hit with a Cross Chop, which is going to hurt pretty bad. Even though Autumn's pretty bulky, this is a Stab Cross Chop from a Machamp. Oh, that's a crit. Golly. I knew it. As soon as I saw... is all I have to say. All right. I guess we could throw out Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum's not going to take a Cross Chop very well, but we're going to get rid of the Sand, and I believe a Blizzard should be enough to take out Hippowdon and definitely severely injure this Machamp. I am, trying my best to avoid going into Succa, even though Succa would be probably, the best bet here. Just because, again, like I said before, I thought that was going to take it out. Like I said before, that would just be experience, not going to the main team. And, we were so close. But we get the clutch freeze on the Hippowdon, which I guess doesn't matter too much for poor old Tannenbaum because, well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, girl. I appreciate you, nonetheless. All right, and Tannenbaum, unfortunately, goes down. And Hippowdon being frozen solid, hail continuing to fall. Will this KO the Pokemon? I hope not. I hope not. Okay, good. Jeez, oh man. Could you imagine if it did, and then I was just talking about not throwing out Succa for lost experience, and we would have lost both of these Pokemon's experience points. But Zuko, I guess, coming in to clean up and slurp up all that delicious EXP all to himself. This has been nothing but a boon for old Zuko here, who is running away with the title of strongest on the team. Which I don't know. I guess he's the OP, the original pocket monster. He deserves it. 55, not bad at all. All right, Willie. All right. Wheeze a few meek sighs. I'll tell you what, there's one thing. There's been a few instances in my life where I have made a conscious decision to completely change my behavior, and one of them was sighing. I heard myself sigh on a recording, and I hated what that made me sound like it was weak. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh, this is it. There's a stone tablet ahead. I wanted to see the Pokemon that visits it. That's all.
You made us drag you. Well, not kicking and screaming, whatever the opposite of kicking and screaming is. Silent and seething through this entire stretch of Victory Road just to see a Pokemon. My goodness.
I appreciate your
You're escorting me.
just a little.
Yeah, she had to qualify it, but, you know, it was not the most pleasant of times, but I am sad to see her go. But we are going to follow suit because, if you guys recall, we wanted to get to Route 224. And here we are. Welcome to Route 224. And oh my gosh, does it not stop with you trainers? We got Maytag up front. I think that's pretty good. All things considered, we are going to continue on through this route. I am actually just going to avoid these guys as much as possible. And we got ourselves another upgrade. What, is that 3 now? Why do they keep giving us soothe bells and upgrades? I will never understand. But this is a legitimate route, and along with any legitimate route, there are going to be legitimate trainers. So we are going to mosey on by. Actually, guys, I'll tell you what. We got pretty... this video took longer than I was expecting. Overall, the Marley escort mission is not that long, but it took an incredibly long time to get here, but that was just through the battle. So, but with that, guys, we are going to end things off, not here, but at the entrance, and then we will go through and, you know, battle these poor, unfortunate souls in the next episode, guys. So, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Hopefully with a new Goth GF, but we'll see. Running, running in the doors. Running, running, here's some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon Gen 4.
Pikachu?